Set to go. Ready. Racing. And it looked like Far Cry went down on his nose at the start. He didn't jump well. Away fast towards the insiders, Maguire and Freemason, and also Maridpoor got away well. Hill of Grace is up there too. Over near the outside, and Coco Cabana and Mr. Nelson with Pastor Express are prominent. Diatribe easing in behind them, running down towards the 500 the first time round. Skybow had dropped out to be last, and Carpstead Way's about the middle of the field now at the 400 the first time, and it's Maguire on its outside, Far Cry, and Maridpoor 3 deep, Mr. Nelson 4 out. Then Coco Cabana, Our Unicorn, very wide. Pastor Express just off them, followed by Diatribe, Lightning Arrow. Freemason down on the rail, the hind not too far away, followed by Arctic Owl. Hill of Grace on the fence, a couple of lengths away is Brew, who's got across one off the rail from the outside gate, and then Yippee-Yi-Yo, second coming around in Zelly Behemoth, followed by Carpstead Way. A length and a half Celestial Show, Citrus Prince, and Skybow is last of all. The field turns out of the straight, out to the riverside, 2100 to go, and Maridpoor made play by 2 lengths. Mr. Nelson is second, Maguire is third, and Far Cry is fourth on the outside. He's got into a beautiful place now. He's being followed then by Lightning Arrow, fifth. On the rail next is Freemason as Our Unicorn works forward wide. Then came Coco Cabana, a length and a half to Pastor Express, and the hind. Over on the inside is Hill of Grace, and they're followed by Diatribe. Arctic Owl about the middle of the field, nearly a length to Yippee-Yi-Yo, a length and a half second coming. Brew is now inside of his stablemate there. A length and a half further back is Behemoth in Zelly, and they're followed by Citrus Prince. Well back is Celestial Show. Carpstead Way is next to last, and last of all is Skybow. They've passed the halfway mark now, and out to the 1500 it's Maridpoor in front. Our Unicorn has done some work to get to second. Close up on the outside is Far Cry and Maguire the rail. Pastor Express about 4 wide is improving towards the front, and they're followed further back in the field then by Mr. Nelson. Back behind those then is Freemason down on the inside as they go towards the 1200. Then Lightning Arrow there outside. 2 lengths further back is Pastor Express, and Diatribe taking off round the outside from Hill of Grace. A length to Arctic Owl. Second coming, Yippee-Yi-Yo well back, followed by Bruce, Citrus Prince, Behemoth spotting them a long start, 1,000 to go, and they're trailed by Inzelli, Skybow. Carpstead Way is still second last, and Celestial Show is last as they came down the side, and it's Maridpoor, a narrow leader, but he's been headed very quickly. He's dropped out at the 800. Pastor Express and Diatribe's gone up there fast as they neared the bend, with those as second coming around the outside. Here's Citrus Prince coming, followed by Lightning Arrow, then Brew to the outside, and back behind them Carpstead Way is starting a run wide out as they swing the corner, and Freemason getting up on the rail into the straight. Second coming's taken over the running, Citrus Prince after it, then Pastor Express, and next Diatribe down the outside. Here's Carpstead Way coming, and Yippee-Yi-Yo, but second coming at the 300 leads. Coming home well on the outside now is Brew. Carpstead Way's battling away, and Yippee-Yi-Yo. Brew hit the lead at the 200 from second coming. The stablemates are clear from Yippee-Yi-Yo, but it's Brew going for home, 100 out. McAvoy wheels a whip, and Brew draws away to win the Melbourne Cup. 2 lengths to Yippee-Yi-Yo second. Second coming third. Carpstead Way a half head away fourth. They're followed in then by Arctic Owl along the rails from Freemason and Celestial Show. Pastor Express, and they're followed in by Skybow, and behind them Hill of Grace, Maguire, and then came Diatribe, then the hind, and well back is Citrus Prince and Zelly Behemoth, who never came into the race. Long break then to Our Unicorn, Coco Cabana, Mr. Nelson. Far Cry, one of the tail enders with Maridpoor and Our Unicorn. Stand by for numbers. Victory in the Melbourne Cup to number 24. Brew, ridden by Karen McAvoy at his first ride in a Melbourne Cup, and watch the replay. It was outstanding. Second placing, number 12, Yippee-Yi-Yo, Darren Beedman. And third, number 7, Second Coming, Michael Coleman. Michael Moroney has provided first and third from his team of 3 in the Melbourne Cup. Fourth home was number 9, Carpstead Way, and fifth was number 3, Arctic Owl, the best of the international raiders in the time of 3:18.6. Young Karen came out of his time just a few short weeks ago. Here's a young man who's come from virtual obscurity in an amazingly short space of time to become one of our leading riders. that was just one of the class rides in Melbourne Cup's recent history. He drew 24. By the time they got to the post a lap out, he was one off the fence on the outside of Yippee-Yi-Yo. I saw him again at the mile. He'd got through on the inside of his stablemate, Second Coming. And then he came with the most beautifully timed, perfectly presented run. His stablemate, Second Coming, the Derby winner of a couple of seasons ago, had gone for home 300 out and might have been being hailed the winner. But then young McAvoy produced Brew down the middle of the track, and he scorched home and then held out a big finish from the Queenslander Yippee-Yi-Yo, who would have been favourite in the race a couple of years ago, bar for his travel sickness and his horror illness. So it's been a great achievement for him to come back and run second in our great two-miler, and Second Coming in third place, the Derby winner of a couple of years ago. He's bred to be anything, this horse. He's taken just a long while to mature into himself. He's by Sir Tristram out of a Japan Cup winner, Horlicks. He was bred to be a champion, and finally he's fulfilled his destiny in winning a big race. The Saab double hasn't been done for a long time. I think Big back in 74 was the last to do it, and now Brew has completed the double with this lightweight. The dividends $16.90 and $4.90 for Brew, $2.90 Yippee-Yi-Yo and $6 for Second Coming. Quinella $66.90, the exacta $181.80. The trifecta $3,570.20, and the running double $839.40. Carpstad Way just ran out of gas. He loomed up with a withering run, but it died immediately he got to the 200, and he's been a game effort, but I think perhaps his pedigree just started to shine through in the last little bit, and perhaps the same could be said for Diatribe. He'd had a good run, but he joined the leaders a long way out. He was left up with those pacemakers by the time they came round the home turn, and he did weaken in the run to the post.
24, 12 and 7, the numbers after the running of the 2000 Melbourne Cup. What a day for young Kieran McAvoy. I don't think he can quite believe that he's just won the Foster's Melbourne Cup. Mike Moroney can, though. He looks pretty calm about things as we head to this break on Sky Race Day. What a day for young Victorian rider Kieran McAvoy. He's just ridden the winner of the 2000 Foster's Melbourne Cup, Brew. His first ride in the race, and a stunning performance by Brew to win. Yippee-Yi-Yo kept on steaming home, but it was all too late. He ran second, and third placing to Brew's stablemate, Second Coming. 24, 12 and 7, the numbers. Race 8 of the day at Flemington, the Foster's Melbourne Cup. Last year, a similar sort of result with the Bart Cummings stable snaring first and third. This year, such success for New Zealand trainer Mike Moroney. At Eagle Farm now, they're moving in for race 4. Bucati, tote favourite at 2. Magnificently bred Brew, winning this afternoon's Foster's Melbourne Cup. Here are the final placings. First, Brew. Second, a gallant performance, Yippee-Yi-Yo with Darren Beedman aboard. Third placing to Brew's stablemate, Second Coming. Fourth was Carpstad Way. Fifth placing to Arctic Owl. He was the best of the Europeans in the race. Number 6 placing to Freemason. 7th, Celestial Show. Pastor Express ran a gallant 8th. 9th placing was filled by Sky Bow. Always seems to peak on Melbourne Cup Day, doesn't he? And 10th went to Hill of Grace. Diatribe, who started race favourite, finished 11th. 12th, Citra's Prince. The Hind, 13th. 14th placing, Maguire. Another of the international hopes, Enzelli, finished 15th. Bohemoth, never in the race. He ran down the track and was 16th officially. 17th placing went to the Godolphin trained galloper Lightning Arrow. Our Unicorn ran a disappointing 18th. 19th, Mr. Nelson, and the Gay Waterhouse trained Coco Cabana tailed off badly to finish 20th. Far Cry, I'm sure something went amiss with him. He went back through the field very suddenly. I wonder if he did break down. He finished 21st, and officially last was Married Paw to finish 22nd. There were 2 scratchings in the race. The early scratching was Majestic Avenue, and Pravda was a late scratching on the way to the barriers. She refused to take any part in the race at all. Now we're getting...
Jaws gone to the lead from Chancery Bell, the Renfrew Bulliner, and then came Mr.
And Palladium Star seemed to bound in the air at the start, but then he got away okay. Paint and A Point away very fast, and they're heading for the lead. They're all going to cross grandstand side here. Mr. Bombastic right behind them, and Mastic has come across and showing great speed too is Power and Motion. As they settle down and head to the 800 metre mark now, Power and Motion wide out, going up to join the grey. Paint on the fence, and A Point is between them. Just behind the leading pack of horses then came Major, who's close to the middle of the track around Rain Dance Lady. Mr. Bombastic following the speed on the rail, and with it is Perak Gold. They're being followed by Normal Practice, and further back is Mastic, Almighty Yellow, Forest Jim Hard Ridden. Palladium Star coming away from heels, getting to the middle of the track to try and make some ground. Mighty Impulse well back. Amber Boy one of the last there with Sandridge Bay. A Bunchfield in the lead here with Major out after A Point, who'd taken the lead. Paint still there. Mr. Bombastic looking for an out. Operate getting into the clear, and Mastic coming home right across the track here. Don't know where to look. A Point, Major, Paint, Mr. Bombastic. They're right across the track. 50 metres to go, and Operate bursting through with Normal Practice. They hit the line. Normal Practice or Operate in a photo. Mastic is close up there, followed by Rain Dance Lady, Mr. Bombastic. An absolute blanket finish. Forest Gem just behind them from Palladium Star. Major, A Point, and Mighty Impulse. And back behind those were Perak Gold, Mighty Amber, Almighty Yellow, and well back after showing pace was Power in Motion, Paint, and Sandridge Bay. Across the line they went, and the handicapper could take a bow. Number 6 is the winner, Normal Practice, ridden by Glenn Boss. He's made enormous improvement on his run in the shorts, where he never got warm. Finished 6 lengths only though behind Bradshaw. Placed in the Newmarket Handicap in 1999 behind Iska. His straight track form, not bad now, a win and a third. Some distance apart, but he's been a very good straight track sprinter, and he found the line hard. Second going to number 8, Operate, ridden by Craig Williams, and third, number 2, Mastic, ridden by Damien Oliver.
6, 8 and number 2 was third, Mastic, to return $6.40 the place. Recapping those dividends, Normal Practice $24.30, $6.80, Operate $2.70, and Mastic third at $6.40. A healthy trifecta you'd expect to be returned following race 9 at Flemington. At Muswellbrook, the numbers across the line after race 2 were 2, 6 and 9, and in the final event on Melbourne Cup Day.
Joe, there hasn't been a favourite win so far. Punters are pinning their faith in Saboteur. Brett Preble's going for his third, and David Hall going for his fourth. They're all in. Set to run. 1800, and they're off now. And now Grampion's got out okay with Make a Scene. Visual Displays just a little slow. Gets back there with Litmus soon after the jump away. Chiming Door was out fast. Gold Boomer's looking for his favoured role, and Saboteur was up on the pace too. As they go by the 1600 metres, it's Gold Boomer linked at a half clear. Ambitious outside of Chiming Door, and Power of Pegasus trapped out wide going forward. 2 lengths away, 5th Saboteur in a nice place. A couple of lengths to Typhoon. Another 2 Grampians, Panoramic Lad. They were followed further back by Visual Displays on the inside of It's Contagious, and then Prince Aluka. Make a Scene well off the pace today, and 3 lengths to Litmus last of all by the 1200. They're strung right out. Gold Boom has them running along with a lead of about 5 lengths as he opened up out towards 1,000 metres. Gold Boom over Power of Pegasus. 2.5 lengths away, Ambitious racing outside Chiming Door. About 2 lengths behind the Saboteur, the favourite in the green colours, and 2 to Typhoon. A 2.5 length break to Grampians, Visual Displays. Panoramic Lad going up wide around It's Contagious, Make a Scene. A length to Prince Aluka and a couple of lengths away to Litmus as they neared the corner. Gold Boom has gone very hard at the 600. His lead still about 6 lengths over Ambitious and Power of Pegasus. Chiming Door down on the inside. Preble pulling out now on Saboteur to make his run. Still fifth round the bend. Typhoon will be suited by this fast pace. Here he comes with his run on the yellow blinkers down the outside. At the 400, Gold Boom putting in the short ones now. He's still about a 2.5 length leader from Typhoon coming. Saboteur's trying to go with him. Chiming Door on the rail. Power of Pegasus still there. Then Visual Displays. Typhoon hit the lead at the 200 over Saboteur. Chiming Door and Visual Displays coming, but Typhoon at the 100. He opened up by a couple of lengths now. Raced away to Saboteur. Then Grampians, but Typhoon takes the last easily. Typhoon from Saboteur second. Maybe Grampians third from Chiming Door. Photo there. Then Visual Displays. It's Contagious, Prince Aluka and Power of Pegasus. Back behind them, Make a Scene. And then Litmus, Panoramic Lad. Ambitious dropped out. And so did Gold Boom to finish last of all.
Number 1, Typhoon, wins his second consecutive race for trainer Bart Cummings. Absent in the Melbourne Cup this year, but victory on the day for Bart. Typhoon at 7:30.